Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my truck drivers, Uber driver, Lyft driver, all the delivery drivers, especially my truck drivers on the road doing the long distance trucking. Shout out to them. Shout out to Troy Stars Trucking. And like I said before, please go over to Troy Stars Trucking on YouTube and check out his channel if you're remotely interested in the trucking industry. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Shout out to you. Shout out to Kayla C1. Kayla C1 is here again this morning. Thank you so much for being here. She said, up, up, up. SouFLoTV, manners and respect. Like a phoenix, we rise. All right. Arlene K. Unstoppable is here. Nature Man is here. Dorleen Walter Riley is here. Sonia Unstoppable is here. Alfred Benjamin is here. Sash, good morning. Sash is here. Who's this? June O'Brien is here. Vaughn Guy is here. Bullish Entertainment, LLC. Big up yourself. Judy Llewellyn is here. Straight Cheese. Nikki is here. Nikki Trueprint. Beverly Reed is here. Caroline Scott is here. Or Caroline Scott is here. And Roderick Shaw said up, up, up. Bright and early in the morning this morning as we move. We have a couple of things to talk about this morning. Should be pretty festive. And a couple of videos we're going to look at by way of the phone. You know, coming out like a fancy something there where picture pops up over here and, and all that. Anyhow, what's in my cup this morning before I even go further? I'm drinking the same Puka tea. And what's in the cup this morning is a warming swirl of ginger, galangal, and golden turmeric. That made up on this morning. All organic. All right. I'm a big tea fanatic. I like tea because of its healing purposes and its health purposes, of course, but I just like tea. Bust up the gas early in the morning. Them kind of something there. Watch now. Let's do a wellness check-in real quick before we go any further. We have a handful of people here. How is everybody doing this morning? If you're okay, just say you're okay. If not, just signal that you're not okay. But how is everybody doing this morning? We got to start checking on each other. Times are pretty stressful for a lot of people right now, right? And we're going into more lockdowns and a bunch of confusion going on. So people are, you know, for the people who already had mental health issues before all this, their mental health issues are probably exacerbated right now. And they are going through it. So check on your loved ones. I did a story yesterday on my other channel, which is SouFLoTV, where a brother killed his wife and his 2 children. And when the police came, he was laying in the bed with all the bodies. Hug up his wife and him 2 kids after him killed them, laying in the bed with him. And when they asked him what happened, he said he don't know. He don't know what happened. See? And his parents, his mom and his family members are saying he was under a lot of stress lately and lose his job, and then the bills pile up, and then papers against the house. They were about to lose their house and all kind of something. So check in on your people. Okay, not everybody that's smiling is actually really doing good. And I said this before, be that person. I know we can't do it for everybody because we don't have the time, but be that person. So if you care about somebody, just say how you doing, but don't just say how you doing. Say how you doing and actually give them a 5-minute ear or a 10-minute ear. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Just listen real quick. Not everybody, majority of the people that say, yo, SouFLo, how you doing? They don't want to hear how I'm doing. And it's the same thing for you. People say, yeah, how you doing, man? I ain't seen you in a while. They don't want to hear how you really doing. They just want to hear you say, man, I'm good. How you doing? That's it, right? So don't be that person to everybody. Sometimes you just have to be that. It's just a formal greeting and a habit of us saying, hey, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Everything all right? All right, bye. We cut. But if you really care, it'll be, how you doing? Not how you really doing, right? Talk to my man. How you doing? Everything good? You sure? All right. And if you see anything funny about your family members that you know, your friends that you see them acting out of character, you see them looking like they're going through something is off or something is different, then be that person. Be that person to say, you sure you're all right? Because things don't look right. You know you can't talk to me right. Want them. You know? So check on your people. Check on your people. It's rough out here. All right. So I see some people saying they're doing all right. Somebody said, don't forget the dog too. Yeah, don't forget the pets as well. The dog, the cat. I'm not that much of a big pet person, but I guess because I live in the US and pets are considered a part of the family, I better not say anything bad about pets, right? So, but yeah, check on the animals too. Check on the pets, check on the, but I put people first though. So check on people first before you check on the pets. All right, we can replace the pets. It won't be the same pet, but it won't be as deep emotionally losing a pet as it would be losing a close family member or friend, a human life. Somebody says, I can't believe what you said about Killian. That is why I listen to. Who is Killian? Are you talking about Kayla, the girl? And this is Michael Bennett. What is it you cannot believe that I said, Michael Bennett? Be specific. What specifically did I say that you just can't believe said that SouFLo said? Talk to me. We have topics to go through this morning, and I'm not rushing because we have a whole hour, right? All right, Juno Bryan, thank you so much. Juno Bryan says, hit the like button, people. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. New Year is not here as yet, but we are on the brink of the new year. We're heading into a brand new year. I will leave my thoughts on that for a later time. I will just say this. We can't stop time. We are not in control as far as time is concerned. So whether we hear or not, the new year is coming and it's going to be here. You know the old cliche, just make it a year where you do better than the year before. That's what it's all about. It's about improving oneself, you know, and accomplishing one's goals, these kind of things. So set some goals for yourself, work towards them, knock them out the park, accomplish them, look yourself in the mirror after and say, damn, boy, you blessed. Boy, damn, boy, you highly favored. But, you know, them kind of something there. So anyhow, we're going to talk about a couple of things this morning. While I'm waiting to hear what it is that I said about Kaylin that someone cannot believe, ask that person to explain. So Tommy Lee Sparta, dancing in lockup. We're going to talk about that. Barack Obama and Michelle Obama were seen on vacation. We have the pictures here. We're going to talk about that. A lot of people are saying that she looks a little under the weather. Other people are saying, Lord, should Otashi upon fall off, and we're going to talk about that. Lady Saw returns to Dancehall. Remember Lady Saw? If the man left, I know my fault. Lady Saw returns to Dancehall. Now remember, Lady Saw gave her life to the Lord, and she is now Minister Marion Hall, right? And then she would now the headlines are saying Lady Saw returns to Dancehall, but we have the little video clip of Lady Saw doing her thing, and we are gonna play that also in a minute. What I'm gonna start off with this morning though is the stimulus check. All right, so and because yesterday I did a video, and the headline for that video, yesterday's morning thoughts, was that there will be no $2,000 stimulus check for you because it was approved at $600 and Trump already signed off the paperwork and all that. Well, lo and behold, to me, yesterday I'm sitting around looking for topics and researching and all this, and I came across breaking news. House passes measures to increase the $600 stimulus check to $2,000. May I say this is a good look because I can use the $2,000 right about now. I'm not turning away 2,002 stacks. Why not? Ladies Saw haven't returned to dancehall. Don't mislead the people. We have to be very careful what we put on our channel. Breaking news on social media, TV. Don't come over here, come look no views and talk about. I realize, you know what's funny? And it's the end of the year. Some y'all go, y'all know how I do. I turn up sometimes. It's the end of the year. Some y'all go talk my mind. See, when I see people like breaking news on social media, TV, and this and that TV, and that TV. Do you know that when I started doing this YouTube thing, right? Everybody had their names, but nobody called themselves TV. It was SouFLoTV that came out with the TV to the end of my name. And then after that, everybody else was a TV. Also, nobody else was really showing their faces when they did their videos. They would do clips and they would talk behind the clips. I said I wanted my face to be my brand because I realized that YouTube was a business, right? All right. After that, you started seeing everybody's faces. They started coming from behind the cameras and all these things. So we set trend. Don't come over here and talk about mislead people. I briefly skipped over the different topics that we are going to discuss. So, you know, if you come tell me about mislead people, I haven't gotten into the topic yet. All right? You're too jumpy, man. Slow down. Slow down. I said I am going to start off with this stimulus check. And the reason why I'm starting off with that is because I was the one yesterday that said on my previous Morning Thoughts video that you're not going to get no $2,000 stimulus check. It is going to be $600 as it was signed off for, right? This is not a Republican or a Democrat thing to me. This, to me, is about people. And it's about what is going to work and what is not. So, like I said, lo and behold, yesterday, news flash, breaking news, $2,000, the $2,000, the House passes measures to increase the stimulus check from $600 to $2,000. My duty here, me love address people enough. My duty here to this person who talked about breaking news on social media, TV. My duty here, I'm not going off on you, man. You're good. My duty here is to clarify some things, best of my understanding, so others can understand as well. All right. The $2,000 stimulus check was approved, right? It was approved by, because, you know, for some reason, I still see people in my comment section saying stuff like, they're still all for Donald Trump, and I am misled, and me just hate Donald Trump, and that's why, you know, so we don't deal with the hate this man, love this. Donald Trump don't give two damn about me, and I don't about him. He's a person. I'm a person. We have two totally different lives. We exist in two totally different worlds. What I care about, though, is the people understanding what is going on. Because we tend to argue with each other when majority of the time, many of us in that argument are misinformed, right? So if you have to argue, I want you to argue with knowledge, with facts. All right, irrefutable facts, not make up thing where you call facts. So people are under the impression that it's the Republicans that want to give us $2,000 checks per piece. Right? They're under that impression because Donald Trump, who is the head of the Republican Party and also our president currently, he said $2,000. So everybody automatically thinks, oh, the Republicans want to give us $2,000. The Democrats are trying to stop it. That's the reason why it's not going through. See, I should have voted for Trump. No, that's not how it goes. That is not how it goes. Understand the politics behind this. Now let me break it down for you, all right, before we move on to our other topics. $2,000, approved by a Democrat majority House. The $2,000 was approved by a Democrat majority House. You know, you have the House, you know, you have the Senate. The House is majority Democratic, okay? And that House approved the $2,000 increase, to increase it from $600 to $2,000 yesterday. The majority Democratic House. Walk with me. After I'm done clarifying this, you won't need no more clarification. All right. So the $2,000 increase was approved by a Democratic majority House. The bill must now go to the Senate to be fully approved. Well, here is what happens at the Senate level. The Senate is majority Republican. The Senate is majority Republican. So majority Democratic House approved it. Now it must go before the Senate. The Senate is majority Republican. Every Democratic senator in the Senate, which is majority Republican, has already publicly said that they are for this bill. They want it to pass. They want the increase. They want the people to get a $2,000 check. Here's the issue. At the Senate level, only one Republican vote is needed to strike this down. One Republican vote is needed to strike this down. And also, what this seems like is that Trump wants it, I mean, ironically and last minutely, but Trump wants it, but Trump's party does not want it. You hear that? So Trump wants it now at the end of his term, but his party, the Republican Party, does not want it. Had it been up to the Republican Party in the House, at the House level, it would have never passed yesterday. It was a Democratic majority House that passed it. Now it must go to the Senate before it clears to become real. But at Senate level, the Senate is controlled by Republicans. And it only takes one Republican opposition in the Senate to strike it down. And I get it now. All right, so don't be misinformed and out here talking about, yeah, the Republicans want to give us $2,000, but this is the politics that they play. And for a lot of us who don't take the time to understand and read and research and see what's going on, even though people claim to do, you won't understand what's going on. So you will walk around regurgitating foolishness, and then people walk away laughing at you who are in the know. Swear you know everything. It's in the fine print, it's in the writing, but how many of us take the time to read it? I do. And because I do, I then share it with you. All right? Why I feel like I'm getting cussed out this morning in the comment section somewhere. I just feel it in my spirit, but I don't see it. I just feel it in my spirit. Me say what me say. Now I take back my chat. We don't waste words. All right? So that is where that $2,000 check is. Now, if you think you're going to get a $2,000 check after this, then we'll see. The Democrats have even, representatives have even come out and said that we want it. This is what we want. For the longest, what happened is that Trump would not come up with a number at all. And he was needed to come up with a number. When they finally went ahead with the $600 proposal, he objected to it. But you're not coming up with no numbers. So we came up with 6. All the other numbers they came up with before, it was shot down by a Republican Senate, okay? $2,000 was proposed before, and it was proposed before by Democrats. It was shot down. $1,500 was proposed before, it was shot down. You understand? $1,000 was proposed before, it was shot down. They landed at $600, and they approved it. So at $600, they want to give the people, but they're trying to make it seem like it's the Democrat. That's what politics does. When Republicans are doing foolishness, it's their duty to make you think that they're doing the foolishness because of the Democrats. When Democrats are doing foolishness, it's their duty to make the people think that they're doing foolishness because of the Republicans. Guess who is in the middle like this? Being a pawn. looking to their two daddies that don't care about them much. So we always got to be choosing the lesser of the two evil. That's politics. That's how it goes. That's the reality of how it goes. So I want you to understand fully. Yes, divide and conquer is in full effect, has always been in full effect, and it's in full effect right now. All right, so let's move along from that. I hope you get a $2,000 check. I hope I get a $2,000 check too, because I could really use that $2,000 check right now. Let me see this thing. I'm gonna let it there. So I could really use this $2,000 check right now. Just a fast update. So about Clarendon. Clarendon, Jamaica is my place. Shout out to Clarendon. Shout out to everybody from Clarendon who knows me from Clarendon. Just shout out to the place. Clarendon is under fire, it seems, for the past couple of months. Just killing after killing after killing. There's gang stuff going on there. Bad man thing, gunman thing going on there. And like I said to you before, my audience, sometimes when you see me don't cover a topic, is because it is too close to home. You know what I'm saying? It is too close to home. So we're not out here, I go dash our life and run up in a bad man business and know that that's close to your home. Just chill. Yeah, so sometimes we can make some things pass. I didn't leave Jamaica and just leave Jamaica. My people are still there. I still go there a lot. So me dep on the ground as well. Right? And I don't want to walk around and have to hide where I'm at and where I'm going and all these things. So anyhow, the police have provided more details about an operation that led to the fatal shooting of one of Clarendon's most wanted. Y'all might have seen it. His name is Fitzroy Core, and he was gunned down yesterday by police. Some people have said police kill him. He didn't get no due justice. And of course, you know, family members are always going to say, a good boy never bother nobody. Him not in or nothing. The police just live on him name and all that. Well, shout out to Luke this morning again, because there is an updated report of how the incident went down. I don't really believe the incident went down like that, how them said the incident went down, but it went something close to that. Either way, in the end, somebody who was a terrorist to law-abiding tax-paying citizens is now gone. So, reports are that about 6 p.m. on December 27th, an intelligence-driven operation led members of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Division CTOC to premises in the community on May Day in Manchester in search of a 26-year-old Core, otherwise called OJ. So in other words, then somebody tell them, said that is where he was, and they went there to get him. Intelligence, right? Upon their arrival, the police reportedly announced themselves and asked that the occupant of the dwelling exit the premises and surrender. Core, you know, say you're in there. Come on out. Come on out with your hands up, Mr. Core. We have you surrounded, all these things. When Mr. Core came out, Core said to then appear on a veranda, and he had two women standing in front of him, using them as human shields. Now, me and you both know, because Jamaica we come from, you know, we both know, if you're a wanted man and your name called upon murders, when they come for you, they don't normally just come for you with the full intent to actually bring you in, because enough people been saying, kill him and left him right there, so. Enough people been saying, get rid of them, kill them off, and done. So he appears on the veranda with two women in front of him. Now, these two women, they have not said to the public yet who the two women were in relations to Mr. Core. Either this was a mother and a sister, or him having two women them in a one house, or this was granny and mommy. It was two women that appeared in front of him. That is what we have. That is what we're going off of. See? When the two women appeared in front of him, he's behind. The two women now were probably saying, no, I shoot them, I go shoot him. So, I don't want them coming here, kick down the door and mash up the house and kill him inside there. So, we're going to go out. But we're going to go out in front of him so that they don't fire as soon as they see him appear. Because, you know, gunman appears in door. He had a gun. We fired back. Him dead. That's how a lot of this goes. Anyhow, the cops sought to apprehend him at this point, but he engaged one of the officers in a physical scuffle. As they were trying to apprehend him, to put on the handcuffs, him start fight them, right? It is said that it was during this tussle that Core, who they went to go get, pulled a gun from his waistband, at which point one of the officers realized that he pulled a gun, and the officer pulled his own gun and fired, hitting Core. And he died there. A 9mm handgun was also taken from his persons, as the police stated. Now hear this. This is this man's background, you know. Core was reportedly a top-tier member of the Effortville, Maypen-based Lion Paw gang, as well as member of the Bucks Common Buckner gang. We covered this to some extent before, because there were other people who were said to be members of the same gang that have died as well, that were also on the Jamaica's most wanted list. Now, at the time of his death, he is said to have been a notorious violence producer who was formerly wanted himself for murder and for shooting with intent. Intelligence that has been gathered by the police indicates that Core was actively planning to launch an attack in Effortsville as a reprisal for a recent double murder that happened in the parish. Core was wanted for the August 19th, or August 20th, let me get my words together. Core was wanted for the August 22nd, 2019 double murder of two individuals, one named Mullins and the other one named Percy, and wounded with intent of a 2-year-old girl. He was also a person of interest in at least 11 murders in the parish of Clarendon. So a lot of people are saying good riddance at this point. A person of interest in 11 murders. You know, my grandparents them say, is not the so much if you know Gosso, it close to Gosso, you know. Not so much that part, because I see things, I've heard things before that never went like that at all. So it's not so much that part, but my grandparents always say, it's like say if you don't go under the foul roofs, or start up, then foul doodoo can drop on you, that kind of thing. So 11 murders your name call up, you know. And you're supposedly innocent in all of this. Now, what's going on right now is that people are calling for the arrest of those two females because they were harboring a fugitive. He was found in their presence, right? And this would be an effort forward to bring under law the people who harbor these wanted men, these known murderers, known violence producers, these what we call scourges of society. There are people that are protecting them. And I try to argue sometimes and be on both sides of the fence, because on one hand, I ask myself, now, would you really turn in your brother or your sister? This is your blood brother or sister, right? Would you really turn them in? Or would you not turn them in? Because it's easier to say that looking from the outside in. At the same time, I can't help but to side with the side that says you are hiding him. 11 murders to his name. But then there is reality. I don't know if you remember Owen Ellington, Commissioner of Police back in the day. This was probably about a decade ago. Mr. Ellington came on TV and said that Vybz Kartel was the leader of a gang that was responsible for over 100 murders across the island. And then he gave not one proof. But that information has escaped into the air. And after that, Kartel was labeled as a serial murderer. We'll get to it with enough murder. So now when he's fighting on his appeal, the common air that you hear is The common stuff you hear in the air is that no, if you stay with Sparta, there are a whole heap of people him kill. Well, where did you hear that from? Police commissioner told us that. He came out and said he is responsible for over 100 murders across the island. But there was no proof. And I say that to say this. When they release stuff to the public and they say stuff like he was wanted in a person of interest in 11 murders and all this, these are things that I like to see proof of. You know? These are things that I like to see proof of. As much as I want all the gunmen them gone out of the place, those who are willing to kill innocent people for your money and all these things, I also want the right people to be prosecuted, not someone scapegoated to fill a slot. Like, yeah, we're going to use him for cover up for my youth, because my youth work for we. See, so we're going to protect him. Him give you intelligence and all that, so we're going to use him. And then they come on and they release these kind of information to the public. And when we hear 11 murders to him name, we are saying, no, man, dash him away. Dash him away. But he might not be, you know? So at this point, we're going to leave that up to the law and let them do their thing. With that, I was just putting that out there. So if anybody know him, he is no longer among the living. He is dead. Fitzroy Core is no longer with us. At 26 years old, life gone. Well, he didn't even start to live yet. 26, you are just now starting life. Just now, at 26. Anyhow, the other one I wanted to get into, which is a good follow-up and a segue, is Tommy Lee Sparta. Tommy Lee Sparta is behind bars, as you know. The dancehall artist, he just did 4 months behind bars. They arrested him in Kingston and took him all the way to Montego Bay, where at the time, that part of Montego Bay was under state of emergency. And under state of emergency, they can hold you for a lengthy period of time outside of normal time, legally. And they don't really have to give you an explanation. They could just say you're a person of interest, right? Well, Tommy Lee did 4 months, and then they let him go with nothing. Like him never do nothing. And now he's back in lockup again. And this time it is said that they found a gun on him for sure. So they have reason to hold him now for sure. Well, that was about a week and a half ago. And he is going to be spending Christmas. Well, he did spend Christmas. Christmas gone now in lockup. And he's going to be spending New Year's in lockup unless he gets released today or by tomorrow. And at this point, so a video was released. And the video was released of him. I know some of you have probably seen it by now. The video was released of him behind bars. And people are making a big deal out of it. So it's just a short clip, but the video shows him in upful spirits, right? He is enjoying it. It seems like he is making the best of his situation. My thing about that is this. You remember the other video we saw where they were like dressed up, look like a party them ago, what time dance start, man have big bottle, and man a crush out thing, and man clothes look clean and in the latest trends. And we were saying, this is prison. This is Jamaica prison behind bars. That's how we go. As far as, so people are under the assumption that Tommy Lee is behind bars having a concert. He is entertaining the other fellow lockuppies. They charge them. And he is having fun. I look at it a different way. I look at it like this. Tommy Lee been locked up so many times, right? That I think now it's become something regular for him. It's become something for him now. You know, after a while, you do something so much, after a while, it start become like just the normal thing this. They just held him for 4 months. He was out for less than a month, and now he's back in again. So it's like, here I go again. See him go around the park thing. Same thing. So I'm going to just go ahead and enjoy myself until my lawyer then bust this off as well. This time, though, they are claiming that they actually have something substantial on him. There are a lot of people that are saying it's a lie. They've been wanted him. And the amount of time that they held him, locked him up, and never came up with anything. I'm going to say this to the Jamaican authorities concerning Tommy Lee, then I'll go about my business. What it looks like out here for us is that he is targeted. Because you keep on picking him up, holding him, letting him go, tapping him on the shoulder. All right, go on now. Nothing, we never find nothing, go on. And every time you do, there's nothing. If this person is so much into what you say he is into, then what you all need to do is do a proper, I don't care how long it takes. People have been under surveillance. Fitzroy, Core, the youth would just get killed that I just told you about, the 26-year-old in Clarendon there. He was under investigation for years, at least 3 to 4 years. Actually, at least 5 years, because it goes back from 2015 and we're in 2020. So if he can be under investigation for at least 5 years, then surely you can go under deep investigation, build a solid case against this person, and then put the person away for good. Not true? Other than that, if you keep on bothering me every couple of months to come pick me up and lock me up, I'm a person of interest, and then I'm telling you, yo, me no know nothing, no. You're holding me. Me have to go get lawyer, I gotta spend money, top lawyer too, have to spend money, and then you just let me go. And every single time, sometimes I wonder if are these lawyers working in concert with these police officers? Yo, go pick him up. Yeah, I could make a food. Pick him up. He's gonna call me. When the money come in, we split it. I don't know. It's just, Jamaica is just a place where things run differently. Yeah. And like I said before, I know some of Tommy Lee family, and they're good people. And I don't wish abuse or harassment or anything on any person. If you're guilty, I believe that you should go pay the price if you're living outside the law and you get caught. However, I just don't side with the whole pick him up, lock him up, let him out, pick him up, lock him up, let him out repetitively, and then smearing his name in the media to where it affects the youth. I we say good father, I we say support your children, I we say build yourself up and all this. And he's doing all that. Tommy Lee is a really, really good father, And the man have a bag of picnic like myself, yeah. And every one of them know him as daddy, and know him as daddy that's like a superhero daddy. So the man is making his money and he is supporting his children. He's playing his role. All they have is accusations, and it's been years of accusations. And I don't want to hear that talk that when you finally come up with something that sticks, that this is what I've been trying to tell you for years. We don't want to hear that. We don't want you try to tell us nothing. We want you to bring it solid to the table. So we can say, raw, okay, see that? Good job. You did your work. That's what law enforcement is supposed to do. Tommy Lee, wish you all the best, my youth. All right, God go with you because I can't go. Let's take a look real quick. Seeing somebody says, Kayla C1 says, food for thought. I really do think the lawyers and officers are working against him. Shaking my head. I said that before, that they're all in concert. I think at some level. I'm not saying all of them are. There might be those who don't have a clue as to anything that goes on like that, but for sure, because it's aligned to extortion. And like I said, when you have these young youths who buck the system, the system in Jamaica is that you grow up, you go to school, you go from primary school, you go to whatever tertiary school after, and you end up going through the ropes, the trade school, or you go through university, you get your degree, you work in the system that way. When you have these youths that have found another way to secure that mansion right next to the big top politician them up on the hilltop. And then suddenly in my neighborhood is Range Rovers and drop top BMWs with this loud, what they call Bugu Yaga music up here in my quiet section. You got to understand that it's not taken lightly. And these people that are in positions of power, they start to plot how to get rid of this person, right? You feed the ghetto too much. So them youth here, they're not looked at too much as light, because their message to the other youths, them that's growing up and idolizing them, is that you don't need to follow their system to be successful. You could be an entrepreneur. You can make money your own way. Yeah. You put your shoulders to the wheel. We live in a different world. The internet there for us now. Man sing song of Jamaica that you don't know about, and the song Shot, we are England. And in pitch, in money coming in pounds. Yeah. And he's able now to live a little life when he can floss a little bit and say, yeah man, me a recording artist, and be proud of himself and these kind of things. It's just a different way the world is set up. But they don't like that too much. So if you think gunman out a road, extort, shopkeeper, and business owners, why wouldn't you think that those on the inside, like law enforcement officials and lawyers and judges, why you think they're not shaking down these entertainers as well? And most of them entertainers get good money, wherever they're getting the good money from. They want a piece of the pie as well. So definitely it's out there. Anyhow, somebody said Tommy Lee needs to rot in jail. He is a criminal hiding behind the music. And for me, who said that? Irie. For me, that is an accusation. That is not factual. I would hate for people to spread rumors on me. And then uno out here talk about, yeah man, SouFLo, him need for rot in jail. Him need for dead in a prison. And I'm sitting behind there fighting for my freedom, knowing that I didn't do any of what was said, but I've been targeted. So I don't send out no bad vibration for nobody, because I want to see proof first. Show me the proof, and then I am on the side of the law. That's how my thing works. Once you show me the proof, I am on the side of the law. If you break it, you're going to have to go do your time if you're caught, and you must understand that as well. Don't ask me to be illegal. Don't ask me to be behind the scenes with no bad man, gunman, nothing. I'm not in no cahoots with any of it. I am for the law, as the law stands to protect tax-paying, law-abiding, good citizens. So I can't come on my show and say stuff like him need for rot in a jail and dead in a prison. It's somebody's child. They've been saying he's innocent for the longest, and he has been targeted for the longest. And I remember people like Kentucky Kid. You understand? How a lot of Kentucky Kid is a Rasta youth, right? Very dark skinned with him dreadlocks. And I think in his case, colorism, classism, and all other kind of things, plus police state and all that, played a big role in what happened to him. You have a brother that actually went and made multiple complaints. Hey, I'm being harassed. It got to the point, and he started recording it and posting the videos to YouTube. I think them are gonna kill me. I think them are gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me after my life. You know what they told him to do? They told him to set up cameras in his house, because he went and made a complaint and said them coming to my house, them beat me up. So he installed his cameras. We so want to be on the side of the law that we look over the fact that there are people who are innocent, who are being scapegoated, either getting killed or getting railroaded to prison. The man set up the cameras in his house. I'll never forget. I watched the videos. Me watching pregnant wife. I believe she was either Japanese or Chinese, but she's Asian, and she was not from Jamaica. She came to Jamaica to live with him, to be with her husband. Then she get beat up. She get beat up, kick up, thump up. He got beat up badly. He was doo-dooing and pee-peeing blood. He documented everything. You could clearly see on the video who the officers were that marched into the man's house. No warrant to be there, no nothing. And this brother was appealing to all of us out here. Somebody, please use your platform. Say something. Do something for me. please, I'm not do nothing. You know how his case started? Is a law enforcement official was driving a vehicle and right off them vehicle in a demand vehicle, and then want to stand there on the scene and make it seem as if he was the one that caused the accident. So he said, no, me not sign no paper. I never caused the accident. I wasn't even driving. I was standing still. You just come right off in a vehicle that's standing still. And he said they would have killed him that night had it not been that a news crew member was across the street at a bar and restaurant chilling out and saw what was going on and came to the scene. But they eventually ended up killing him anyways. And he begged us to be on his side. He begged us to see what was going on, to raise an alarm. And then when it went to court, DPP Paula Llewellyn said, drop the case. We don't have anything to go any further on to prosecute the officers. So drop it right there. So somebody lost their son just like that for what? And none of us. So I take all these things into account. And I measure my words when I say stuff, because I don't want to be the person to be out here talking about infidel in there and it's an innocent man. Yeah? Anyhow, Don Roberts said, old head, they will never want to move. They stay there until death or they party change. The old boys club, and it's set up just like that. Paula Llewellyn needs to go now. Paula Llewellyn didn't need to go, but she was put there and she serves her purpose well. She serves her masters well, and she does her job very well on their behalf. Let's just say that. But when I saw Kentucky Kid thing, and then when I saw the X6, remember the X6 trial with Kajil Mays, the young youth from KC that got shot in the vehicle? I wasn't saying that the X6 man did it because he had proof that he was off the island and he had just returned to the island. But the vehicle belongs to him. And it's an X6, brand new X6. You don't own an X6 in Jamaica and just make anybody remove it from your property and go drive it anyway. So at the bare minimum, he should have been held accountable for who was driving your vehicle. The vehicle was found in the possession of a friend of his that owns a body shop, and the vehicle was locked up in there with work being done on the vehicle to get rid of the evidence that that vehicle had collided with that taxi, the taxi which they shot into and killed Kajil, but she left it right there. We know that. Marmar Hen, we know that. But I also did a video explaining who this person was. This is a very powerful person, this person. Mayor said when this a person has stepped the ground moving up. When he stepped the ground shake, people know who he is, both in the underworld and in corporate world. So he is a person who is, let's say, very well respected, but respect comes with fear. You understand? So it didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. The story was that it was his son that was driving that vehicle, and his son is a hothead. His son actually beat up a man and paralyzed him. He's in a wheelchair for life. And the man wasn't doing nothing but walking down the street in the neighborhood where they live. So it was one of those cases of a way I do around so. And him and him bad man bridging them, or him bridging them that want to be bad man. So it's not the first time he has been in hot water with the law. He had been in hot water with the law before. But you know, when daddy have money and daddy can say, yo, reach airport right now. Yo, dad, this just happened. Hey, reach airport right now. You a fly out, me a fly in. Me will clean this up. Just reach airport right now. Your ticket daddy I wait for you at airport. Son gone, fly out. And that's what happened in that case. He flew his son out quickly and he came in and he took over the thing. And of course it wasn't him, because now he had papers from the airport. His travel papers. Could not have been me, sir, because I was out of the country. I can show you when I left. I can show you my flight itinerary when I landed. When I came back, I just reached. I don't know how my vehicle leave my mansion, my big X6, and end up in a murder situation or a shooting situation, but everything else was ignored. The fact that it was found in a brethren's place who own a body shop and they were actively doing work on it. The fact that the DNA matched. Yes, there is something that's called DNA in a vehicular accident. If a red vehicle crashes into a blue vehicle, remnants of that red vehicle is left on that blue vehicle, and remnants of that blue vehicle is left on the red vehicle. That is called DNA evidence in that situation. It was also found matching DNA evidence on that X6 to the vehicle, the taxi that was hit. All this was ignored in court. It was brought out, publicized, but still ignored. So people like me who are sitting down watching it, we did I say, okay, so we established that it wasn't you. But all the other things lead to you knowing who the driver of the vehicle is. So it's either you're going to tell who the driver of the vehicle is or you're going to be held accountable to some level, right? Because it's your vehicle and it led back to you. Who was driving your vehicle, sir? Give up the person. It didn't go like that. They didn't force him to give up nobody. They just took it to court and he beat that charge based on the fact that he had paperwork saying he was not in the country and when he landed in the country. See? Anyhow, moving right along this morning now. You have to be careful how they do this thing. Now, President Obama and Michelle Obama are out here doing their vacation, and people are like, the comment section is crazy. The comment section is crazy. People are making fun of Michelle Obama, but I got something to say. So take a look at the picture real quick. It's two pictures. The first one is this. Let me make sure you can see it really good. Can you see it? So it's not coming in as clear. Let me see if I back up a little bit. All right, see that? Back up a little bit. It's clearer. There we go. So Mrs. Obama is looking a bit different. And you know, she's a woman that always had the waist snatched, and as some my wife call it, you know, the waist snatched, snatch her waist. She's looking a bit different. And there she's again. You know, she put on some pounds and thing. President Obama profiling baby in here. You know, she used to have she's a woman that of elegance. She's a woman of elegance. Y'all remember, she is easily the most stylish first lady that ever graced their thing. She was snatched and she was about fitness when she was in there. I guess all the pressures have come off and she can let herself go a little bit. You see the waistline get big. President Obama over there is still looking trim. Like he still goes to the gym and play basketball and everything. You can see the ribs are showing, have six-pack and everything. And Mrs. Obama, it looked like she is pregnant again or something. I don't know. She looked like she's struggling. She looked like she the one bringing the boat. She doing the work. Barry is just chilling. So people are making fun of her and they're saying stuff like, oh man, she looks so unkept. She don't look too right and all this other stuff. Here's what I have to say about that. I copy and paste. She's struggling. She look like she's struggling. Barry over here with a six-pack. He look like he chilling. Come on, Michelle, get us up there. Come on now. You know how you talk, right? Come on now. Come on, Michelle, get us up there. We can do it. Come on. He's probably trying to help her to burn some extra calories. And he's like, hey, a good way to do it is to go way out and you row us back. Yeah. Somebody says she has float on, silly. This ain't no float on, nothing. This is her. This is her body. I'm not body shaming. I'm in no position to body shame. I'm just saying the people are making fun. But my thing, what I have to say about this is how you know he's not helping her. A good spouse would help her, right? A husband is gonna say, after the wife say, "Yo, I'm not happy with my weight. I wanna." The husband is gonna jump in and say, hey, "All right, babe. So let's start walking at the park, or let's go. You know, every evening for an hour we go to the park and we walk and work out and catch some fresh air, help you burn some extra calories. I'll try to adjust what we eat in the house. Stop bringing the ice cream and the cake them and all that. Let's switch up a little bit and go to more veggies and more, them kind of something there. That's what a husband does. That's what a good partner does. A boyfriend, good man does for his partner, right? In a man-woman relationship case like this. So how do we know it wasn't one of those cases? She said, honey, I'm not feeling it. I'm getting big. Everybody put on some extra pounds on the quarantine. They're only real people. They're just people. So they go through the same stuff everybody goes through too. She probably in the house visiting the refrigerator way more than normal, just like most of us are, who have been locked down for a while. And she put on her little weight, and he said, let's roll. That's a way to help you. That's a way to help you to lose some pounds. Let's roll. And that's what we see. So it looked like she's struggling while Barry's chilling. And it looks away, but it's just, let's roll. Let's roll, babe. Let's burn some extra calories together. That kind of thing. Here's my thing, though. If people ever talk about the woman here, for all her years, her 8 years in that White House, I wanted so bad to see Michelle just come out just with the hair, just like this. You ever watch Color Purple? All my life, I had to fight. I just wanted her one time just to show up one time to one of them big events and just come out and just don't do nothing to it. Just left it just like this. See it? She got real hair. A lot of black women, you don't know if they got real hair because you've never seen their real hair. You just say weave all the time or a wig. She got real hair. Think of how powerful that message would have been if she just come out with it just like that. Yeah, I think it was Oprah in Color Purple. All my life, just come out and show the struggle, Michelle, and don't business, and let black women everywhere know that we done. We are tired. Okay, we want to be able to show our natural hair as well and stop covering it up and perm it out and hide it and be ashamed of the texture and make up excuses for wearing it. God gave you this hair. He gave you your wool for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So she never did. The whole she didn't even get braids. I know some Bantu braids would have been nice, or even just some straight back braids. It would have been nice. She did not do any what they call ethnic hairstyles then, or any Afrocentric hairstyles then. She kept it fried, dyed, and laid to the side the entire time she was in the White House. And I really wanted to see that. But that don't take away from her accomplishments and her personality and her person. And she's a beautiful person from what I can see, right? The women, though, that are on this comment section, women are like women's biggest haters. You know what I'm saying? The women on this comment section, boy, they are roasting her. How she look, from her hair to her body to her. Listen, remember this, right? These people are now officially wealthy. So where me and you have to go struggle for a little diet, them just bring in an in-house chef slash nutritionist that will tailor their meals. So when you see her 2 months from now, she'll be snatched to no ends again. So nobody worry about how she look. The reality of this is that majority of you wake up looking just like that. Majority of you wake up looking like Michelle struggling on that little boat with Wait. Majority of you wake up looking like Michelle, struggling on that boat with Barack, right there. That's how you look when you wake up in the morning. Talk truth. Before you put on the eyelash, before you put on the foundation and whatever else you put on, before you put on, select which wig I'm gonna do it today, or before you get your stuff together, head to toe, you act like it's all in there, and it's not. We know about the girdles. We know about the thing then where you have a whole everything together, so you look outside like it's all together. But we know so when you reach home and you bust a girdle and everything drop out, right? So because the lady bared her soul and somebody caught her out here trying to live life and soak up some vitamin D with her hubby, instead of celebrating that these people are still together, still going strong, still finding time for each other to do things together, that's what I see in it. But the people say color purple. All my life I've had to fight. They see the struggle. they see the struggle. Don't be too hard on Michelle, because that's how most of y'all look in the morning. And nobody don't wake up pretty. Somebody says they need my number, and I'm going to post that number right now. Please don't call my number if it's not about business. Call this number only for business, please. 5878953, and there's the number. Babe, are you not? What? You all right? Papa up. Hi, Tata. Morning. All right, the last one we're going to talk about now before we leave here is Lady Saw. Kai's up, so I'm sure cut short for sure. Why? Where am I for? Oh. Go, mommy. Mommy got something for you. You know, kids kind of like run your house at a certain point. Kids run your house, no matter how you try to be in control, you know. So it's like you have to work around them sleep schedule and all this other stuff. Let me talk about this while I look for this clip. So I have two things coming for the channel that we were supposed to do now. And the two things were, we were supposed to be doing live interviews. I already had my business cards. Well, they're not here. I already got the business cards printed up, and I started the groundwork, started giving them out to people, walking out in public and meeting people. But Corona. And because I don't know, and of course we had a baby in the midst of all this, so my daughter, who is now 6 months old, this Corona thing been going on for about 9 months. So I didn't want to expose or take any chances. But one of the things that we were supposed to be doing was to go out into the public and talk to people. CDM 1920, thank you. I appreciate you greatly. So one of the things we were supposed to do was we were supposed to go out into public and talk to people and do these interviews and show you different angles of life, because a lot of people think that foreigners are bed of roses. Yeah. A lot of people think this is where milk and honey flows and these kind of things. So I wanted to show y'all a different life of real-time people telling their stories right here in the state of Florida. We were going to expand the thing. And then, of course, Corona came in, so we weren't able to do that. Then we were supposed to do the travel thing, of course, and you can see what happened with that as well. So let's hope that the new year brings some freedom. I don't know how this travel thing is going to work out lately. I found the Lady Saw clip. We're going to get into it right now. I don't know how this travel thing is going to work out, but now they're talking about a vaccination passport. And in order to travel, to fly, what, babe? The vaccination passport? Yeah. Well, we discussed it the other morning still, but we touched on it lightly. I'm just going to touch on it lightly again. As for us, I don't know how things are going to work out in the future. The vaccination passports, they're looking at working it into play pretty soon, which will pretty much corner all of us who are into traveling. Are you going to stop living? Are you going to say, no, I can't attend London Carnival this year because I have to go take a vaccine? Or I can't go back home to Jamaica to visit my grandmother and she's sick because I have to go take a vaccine? Is it going to be that for you, or is it going to be, damn, man, they cornered me in? They cornered me in, so I got to take it because I needed to fly. But they're talking about it. The talk is on the table. So stay tuned to that, and we will see how that develops, yes? But there are new things coming to the channel in the future. One of the main ones I want to roll out, and I started it already, is the person-to-person interviews out there in the streets. It's going to be very interesting because I have a certain demographic of people that I'm looking at, and I've been scouting the places. I've already been to one place, two places, talked to some people there, find out how the place run and the type of people that come through there, etc. So it's going to be very interesting, these interviews that we got coming up. Anyhow, our last topic for the morning, for those of you who have to be cutting off because you reach work now and you have to go clock in, manners and respect to you. Have a wonderful, progressive, productive day. We say positivity, we say productivity and progress, and nothing to change. All right. So stay on your dean, stand on your square, stay on your job, keep your vision at the forefront of your mind, and continue to do great things with your life. You only get one life, and this is not no return trip ticket. You come and you do it again and again. This is it. All right. So live like this is it, with a purpose. All right. So ladies, I know.
Here we backing up the word of your man, and you take offense to it. So what kind of woman of God you are, or what type of man of God you are? How can I tell the enemy from me ban me no go over your man and you have a problem? Satan! I render you powerless against everything that concerns me. I render you powerless against my ministry, against my marriage, against my children, against my business. Come on, no people of God, speak with authority. Let the enemy know that you are triumphant. Let the devil know that you know who you are. The man said, I'm not a DBDB man. Well, I'm not a DBDB Christian. Hallelujah! Some of you hear me backing up the word of your man and you take offense to it. So what kind of woman of God you are, or what type of man of God you are? How can I tell the enemy from me ban me no go over your man and you have a problem?
Satan! Mother of God. Listen up. So ladies, Edwards, Andre. All right. Listen, let me take this one call. Just out of morning, live with SouFLoTV. What going?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I have a story for you. I know I look at you all the time, so I want to give you my number. If the police put down the story.
Okay. You're live on the air, so yeah. We're gonna do this off the air then. If you're gonna give out your number.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Can you call me back in about 15 minutes while I wrap the show up?
Sure, no problem. I'll give you a call back.
All right, boss. Have a good one.
Good, man.
All right. So the headline that said Lady Saw returns to dancehall, right? Lady Saw returns to dancehall as in she is going to be doing dancehall gospel music. Now, I've always had a thing, like, I don't know, maybe because I come from being raised by my grandparents and stuff. I remember what church was, and one couldn't mix with the other. It's new times, we living in new days. So you have rappers doing gospel rap, you have R&B singers doing gospel R&B. So I don't think dancehall is going to be any different. You're going to have, and we had people like Grace Trillers and them thing that my mother listen to, you know. If I get in my mom car, this is what's playing for like the entire ride. And sometimes when me have to ride like go far with her, and that's all I'm hearing is Grace Trillers, it kind of like after a while, but I know about Grace Trillers. So we've had reggae gospel for a while, but dancehall gospel would be a new thing. All right, I think when a boy in the NBA boy keep on like he'll take somebody's song and switch it. What? Chosen. All right, so Chosen came out with the well, he did it. I don't know anybody else who really did it. So I think what Lady Saw is angling here is the dancehall gospel. So she said maybe she'll return to dancehall, but she's not going to return as Lady Saw and sing "If the man left, I know my pussy fault." She's not gonna come back singing that. She's gonna come back now with dancehall but gospel. Feel kind of way about it. I feel kind of way about it. I mean, I'm not one to knock people's religion if it make them a better person or if they feel like it makes them a better person. But I do have a kind of funny eye look at, you know, they're going where the dollars go and where the clout goes. Because for me and Lady Saw, please, I have the utmost respect for you. I'm just, may I talk? May I say some things. So when Lady Saw said she was ordained and she is an ordained minister, the first thing I thought to myself, you went right from dancehall. Chat to me back. You went right from dancehall into an ordained minister. You never become a church member of a congregation, and then like or somebody in the church that I go work close with the elders and then work your way up through the ranks and then study some. You went straight from dancehall to a ordained minister. So me did I wonder who do the ordaining. That I was just wondering. I was wondering who did the ordaining. Then I went and asked a question. I said, okay then. So Lady Saw says she's found a better way. Leave her alone. Make sure go serve God if that is the way she sees fit for her life. Right? I'm not one to speak against that. Anything to better yourself, go right ahead with it. I'm all for it. But the questions that I have, they're legitimate. Some people so caught up in worshiping the star that you can't even ask a question. So me did ask a question and then beat me. I'm gonna ask the question again. So all the riches that you got, because Lady Saw now came out in the last week and said, this dirty money. So me I say if the money dirty, fling it away, man. Drive go down and get to and just fling it upon some youth. Right? It's dirty money. Fling it away. Or worse, burn it. So these dirty money, Lieutenant Stitchy, you are absolutely right. And I think someone else too, besides Lieutenant Stitchy. And how can I forget? Superb lyricist, excellent showman, real MC, master of ceremony, Lieutenant Stitchy, legendary. And he went, and I actually seen him do dancehall gospel the other day, and I really couldn't tell the difference. I really thought it was a dancehall show. Me that say, how come is she keeping all her riches? Is she gonna keep the Aston Martin? Is she gonna keep, or she's gonna give all this stuff back? Because I would think that if I was out here selling crack and I decided to change my life from selling crack, coke. If I decided to change my life from selling crack, turn myself over to the church, and to God, and say, yes, this is the life I'm gonna live now. Yeah, George Nooks does reggae, not dancehall. So there's a difference. Although there's an argument as if there's a difference between reggae and dancehall, but they're clearly in new generation times, that line has now been defined. You can tell the difference. So George Nooks does. But anyway, I was thinking, is she going to give all the money back? And shouldn't she give all the money back from, if I was out here selling crack, and I said, God, I'm going to turn my life over to you, this and that. Don't you think God would have said, okay, so for all the people that you got rich off of while they got sick, and to feed this addiction that you supplied. This is ill-gotten money. Turn that money over to a rehab center to pay restitution to humanity for all the destruction you caused in your process of getting rich, right? Or that's just my argument. Me no know. Tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm way off course. I think that, like, give up everything, and then the God that is so powerful that is pulling you in this direction to serve Him through a church would then would multiply your whatever you had 100 folds. That's all. Or must I go sell crack first and then get my illegal money, and then when I get away with it, I go to the church and I say, I'm ready to turn my life over to the Lord now, and I'm good now. Cause now I have a house that's fully paid for. I got 2 Benz and a Maserati outside that's fully paid for. I got money in the bank and my name is established. But now I'm serving the Lord. I mean, you see what I say? So the fact that she left dancehall, went straight to gospel, and then became ordained minister, like off the bat, that was one that had me scratching my head. And then the fact that she never gave back her riches, but she called it dirty, that had me scratching my head. And now the return to dancehall has been publicized. Her return to dancehall, but not as Marianne Hall, the dancehall, not as Lady Saw, the dancehall artist, but as Marianne Hall. She says she don't want no dancehall title. She don't want the Queen of Dancehall, that title. She has left it and she is happy leaving it behind and all that, right? Spice have it now. Lady Saw left it, but she wants to be dancehall, but bring the message through dancehall. I don't know, Rasta. I don't know. Me perplexed. Me confused. Am I the only one that's confused? Because coming back to dancehall in any way, for me, Brain run there, ball out, backslide. No, but coming back to dancehall. Who? Mr. Vegas, I saw. Boy, I call Mr. Vegas name now. Big up to Mr. Vegas, any which part him there. Consummate performer, an excellent MC. I've seen him perform in many places, and a good showman. And Mr. Vegas have hits that move the crowd. So big up to Mr. Vegas for that. All right, but well, yes, I pray for Lady Saw. I don't know, but for me, it looked like you've engineered a way to get back into dancehall. That's what it looked like. And you know, I don't know if it's me, but if I went to go see a show and I saw Lady Saw on stage, all when she sing, if she's doing dancehall and she go up on a dancehall rhythm, me not gonna hear none of the Jesus stuff she talk about in her song, you know. Because from she dip on the dancehall rhythm and she in a dancehall space. Remember, you know, in a dancehall space, we are gonna burn a big split before we go in at the show, or we might in there and had 1 3 many drinks to drink and these things. So the vibe different. I'm gonna be hearing Lady Saw, the old Lady Saw, in my head. It's just like when Chosen did Dovey Magnum. Me can't hold it off a ball out. Regular me have to ball out. And he must sing the song as a church song. He turn it in a gospel song. This is where gospel goes wrong. He turn it in a gospel song. Right? Now you want to see it. You can't imagine the woman them in the church I talk about, can't hold it off a ball out. Whoa, regular me have to ball out. And I grab up them front board, regular me have to ball out. And I wild up themselves. That's there's no way a song that is so big, you ever turn it in a church song and me supposed to not remember the words when you're using the same rhythm and the same cadence and even some of the same words. All me hear when him a sing me hear Dovey Magnum. I mean, so, so sister I see all of the church sister them now, them have one pon them ends. Them have to ball out. Pastor, can't hold it off a ball out. Yeah, regular me have to ball out. Yo, morning, manners and respect, and thank you so much, the Raging Bajan. I appreciate this greatly. The Raging Bajan says this whole series of drama pan out too good now. Lady Saw is rehashing a career. I don't believe in coincidence. Plainly said, my brother. Plainly said. I don't know if the Raging Bajan is male or female, but plainly said, family. Plainly said. I feel like this is a way that you have engineered to get back into dancehall. I don't know if the gospel fame is not enough or it's not panning out like she expected it to, or I don't know. I don't know. Me I say me don't know. Don't want nobody go say SouFLoTV say she show them dry up and she now make no money out of gospel, so she gone back in a dance hall. That's not what I'm saying. She might be making a lot of money in gospel. I know that she is still collecting money off of all the dancehall song them what she do before. All right, it's called royalties. So she's still living off of dancehall money for sure. She's still spending dancehall money for sure. This money and this genre that you call dirty, I'm just try to figure out where do you draw the line and separate yourself. Because according to my grandparents, them who are some old school church Christian people, you know the people them who don't them not care about how you dress up what church, come as you are, the Lord said, and all that. And if you come and you don't look too good, we will help you fix up yourself. That kind of thing. Them the people there. They said that you have to draw a distinct line between two lives. And places that you used to go, you will go no more. Not true? Things that you used to say and songs that you used to sing, you will not say them and sing them no more. There has to be a distinct line. This, I kind of think, is like blurring the lines. It's blurring the lines. But maybe Lady Saw feel like said this is her calling. Her calling is to go back into dancehall and to save the people of dancehall and win some more souls out of dancehall. You understand? So when you say, babe, she helped muck you up dancehall, so she'll go try come back and clean it up. Then on the same principle, she'll give back all her money, man, and everything, man. Because if you're trying to make wrongs right, that's how you make wrongs right, right? Some of them comment here kill me. Now, the whole dancehall thing, I could go way off course, and I could talk about the whole religious, what the word we call it again? Religious indoctrination, and these leaders steering the people a certain direction to suit a bigger agenda and all these kind of things. We can't talk about that, but I don't knock people and them religion. And like I said, we don't knock it because I've seen these religions take people that I would call scourges of the earth, dirty, nasty, no good people. And next thing I see them and them just completely change and they're glowing. Okay, because yo, me stop live like that, brother. Come go have a drink now. Not even alcohol, me no drink no more, papa. All right, then roll up something make we smoke. No, I don't smoke. No ganja, no drinking, no alcohol. I'm consuming only healthy things in my temple, and I live for love and for God. Now, I've seen people change like that. So who am I to say to knock their, you know, anything for better yourself? I am for it. I've said that before. Anything for better yourself, I am for it. But ladies are on this thing here. A beef for go on. If y'all don't know what this is, I should explain. So, alleged Obiaman, Spice never call him name, me not call him name neither. But a fear Obiaman, allegedly. So, alleged Obiaman came out to the forefront to say that he has been the spiritual advisor. Him say he's not an Obiaman, he's a spiritualist and a spiritual advisor. So he has been that for a couple of people who have risen to the upper levels of the music entertainment industry. And he said that Lady Saw was one of them. And him said Lady Saw came to him, and Lady Saw didn't want him do a little hubayaba kaba kaba to stop Spice from elevating up the ladder, because Spice did our biggest competition, don't? And now that she has left dancehall completely, you see Spice run the thing. Now I've seen one or two comments here saying Spice is not the queen of dancehall. We don't need to debate that, and we're not gonna debate that, because you can't find no other person as far as female goes in dancehall that does anything bigger than Spice, travel more than Spice, earn more than Spice, has accomplished more than Spice at this point. What else you want her to do? What else you want her to do to prove that this a fair thing this now? So give her crown, man. It ain't hard to give somebody their crown. You might not like them even, but give a crown where a crown is due. So Spice run the thing. The other man said, ladies, come to him and say, Huba Kabayar. And make sure so she don't rise. You see me? And so this is her response to that. Because she is saying, she came out and she said to the people, me not in a Obeah, I don't go Obeah, I've never been to no Obeah, but the people, some of the people them are going like they don't want to believe her, like they want to come mix her up in this thing. So she said the devil is alive and needs fighting. So she have to go fight the devil now. And the only way to fight the devil now is to go in a dance hall and fight him. And here she is fighting him.
You know who you are. The man said, I'm not a DBDB Obeah man. Well, I'm not a DBDB Christian. Hallelujah!
Hey!
Some of you hear me backing up the Obeah man and you take offense to it. So what kind of woman of God you are, or what type of man of God you are?
You see the dancer moves
How
though.
can I tell the enemy from a band me no go Obeah man and you have a problem?
See?
Satan!
Huh.
Satan! I render you powerless against everything that concerns me. I render you powerless against my ministry, against my marriage, against my children, against my business. Come on, oh people of God, speak with authority. Let the enemy know that you are triumphant. Let the devil know that you know who you are.
Now speak with authority. I'm gonna let them know who I am. She's answering. She's answering. The people, some people are beat her and I say, come on now, ladies, you left dancehall, go on about your business. The mix up where go on over here, nothing over here should concern you. But here, me mix up in her. Me love mix up in her car. Watch me now. Me love the mix up in her car. But when one lady start coming out, I'm not lying. Because it would get festive. When one lady start coming out. So people are telling her, go on about your business. Leave this world alone. You're not a part of this anymore, right? You say you're going to church. But the lady start saying, no, my good name I call. You see when she goes so? And she say, what are you a kind of? Me swear she not going to start do something. You can't take it out of her. You can't take it out of her. Make sure when she there her house and she hear some of her old song them, she lady start just a bubble and wine. Bubble and wine, but she not do it in public though. So she's defending her good name. Alright. And I think you have the right to defend your name, whether you are Christian, Muslim, Jew, Hindu, Krishna, whatever you are, you still have the right to defend your good name. So her name is her brand. She had defended her good name. Marian Hall. Yeah, you can imagine people that say, yeah man, see her run down a church, I go on like she nice. Obeah man, witchcraft this a woman deal with all her years. She was in dancehall. She was a hater. She used to hold down people. She all used Obeah man to hold down people. And now she call herself Minister Marian Hall. Let me tell you about that woman there. No. Remember I told you about my auntie who with the Bible beat the daylight out of a woman on the bus. And she's that kind of person. She's that kind of person that she will have her Bible with her and she will always be in Bible talk and trying to stand on the word and trying to hold faith. But she's a person that's a real fireball. And she, if the argument get too out of control and the disrespect she feels too much, then that Bible becomes a hammer. And donut, Papa. She's a Bible thumper in every sense of the word. Then the Bible becomes a hammer. Go, mommy. Ask mommy. So she has the right to defend her name, don't it? So she has the right to defend her name, but her coming back into dancehall, I don't know. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. What if we're gonna have a clash? Spice versus Lady Saw, dancehall versus gospel dancehall. Could be a good thing. Remember Aishana and Daniel D.I.? That was one of those epic ones. But she wouldn't be able to curse though. And she wouldn't be able to send her up somewhere. And she wouldn't be able to talk bad about her family members. You know how clash go already. It's a very derogatory, demeaning. And that's why you get disrespectful, but we understand so it's all lyrical. I don't want to hear nobody tell me about no, it don't work. Because on the same one watch battle raps. And battle raps is about as disrespectful and as violent as it gets. And it's a huge multi-billion-dollar industry in itself here. So I think they're just going where the money is, though. That's my general consensus. They're going where the money is. They're going where the hype is. Because Lady Saw could easily let this just pass. Not say nothing more about it. Right? But she take it on. And for the fact that she take it on, she being in the industry for as long as she had, she understands exactly how that machine works. She understands exactly how publicity works. She understands exactly what is going to happen when she replied in the manner in which she replied in. All right? She could have easily come, make a one little innocent video and say, listen, y'all can say what you want to say. I have no dealings. Okay? It's between me and my Lord, and all is right with the Lord with me. Have a blessed day. And done. No? As Lady Saw. Who says Lady Saw should your connection is unstable? Who says Lady Saw should return to dancehall as Lady Saw? Who's donuts? Where I said donuts for? Come here. Come here, come give me a hug. Grass? Where's the grass?
Grass.
Return to dancehall as Lady Saw? Or, well, that would be a total backslide and she would lose all the people who... Or return to dancehall as Minister Marian Hall, where she does dancehall. And it's there for her to do, actually, because like somebody just pointed out, Lieutenant Stitchie does it. Lieutenant Stitchie does it, and it's accepted, and I see him. But you know, women never get the same kind of treatment as men.
Donuts.
Where am I eat, babe?
Donuts.
Oh, he's telling me he's eating donuts, Papa.
Juice.
Donuts and juice. Shoes. Yeah, Lieutenant Stitchie does it, and I mean, him not get the beating. People accept it. So, and women don't normally get the same level of respect that men get when they do the same things that men do. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, this person I can tell is not watching the show because I'm gonna know I'm still live. But I said I'm gonna wrap up the show and then talk to him. So I'm gonna wrap up the show right now and then I'm gonna talk to him. Continue having the conversation in the comment section below, please. And we're gonna leave this one right here this morning. We have gone 30 minutes over. Come say bye-bye. Let me end the show. Say bye. Hey, my little man right here.
H.
I'm heavy.
H.
H.
Say bye.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. All right, so we're going to end the show here this morning, right? And we'll catch up tomorrow morning. If you have any topic you want, if you have any topic you want, if the man left, if you have any topic you want me to cover, then leave it in the comment section below. Leave it in the comment section below. and I take it on in the morning. Donna Davis says, bye, Kai. All right. Red. All right, people, have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. All right, make sure you do good deeds today. Karma is real. Make sure you do good deeds today. Karma is real. Your religion won't save you from karma. All right, I'm out. Peace. Peace too, Papa. Moya Sewell, The Story in the Loop. Okay, I'll go look that up right now. Moya Sewell.